So we are back. We kick off the second half. And it is a knee by Carter to start it. So we welcome you back as hopefully you watched the first half of this game as that was part one. Now we go to the part two, and it is the second half of the Bills and the Texans. As normal, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Eric. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine, and we welcome you back. It is time for football, Eric. And it's time for Deshaun Watson to get a fire lit up under his butt and get something going here in the second half of this game.
You've got to get something going here. If you don't, it's going to be a long game because there's going to keep Texans. If you don't score points, the Bills are just going to keep scoring on you.
Just like that. Touchdown, Houston. They're back in it.
He's riding the horse way in the end zone. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins and the Texans.
And
with this extra point, now it's a 3-point game, Matthew.
And that is huge for the Houston Texans, Eric.
My bad, Matthew. 3 plays, 74 yards.
Oh, yeah, sorry. All right, so we're back, 17-14. Having a little technical difficulties like we've been having with the camera guy. Don't worry, we got rid of him due to his sickness. He was sneezing so much. The camera kept shaking. So we're just having a little fun here as I'm joined by Eric once again. Eric, we said this Houston team needs to light a fire under their butt, and so does Deshaun Watson. That's what they did, firing into the second half. As there's LaShawn McCoy. McCoy! Still going out to midfield, stopped at the 49-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, and Eric, this is going to be a big Bills 3rd and 4th quarter if they want to win this game. As you see Josh Allen, he's got to throw it sometime, somewhere. He does it. He's got a first down. It's Jones again to the 24-yard line. Zed Jones now with his second catch of the day. He's already got a touchdown, Eric. This is a huge drive, as I just said. This is going to be the biggest drive of the day.
And it is, and you have to control. You gotta control Allen. Keep him in the pocket.
Allen is speared!
And the ball comes loose, but the ball is out of bounds. The Texans would have loved to have that one back, Matthew.
Yes, they would have, and I think so would Josh Allen. After 1, the hit. 2, that is a big mistake by Allen not throwing that football a little bit quicker. The pressure is on. Allen passes. Caught. What a catch.
7 yards, and it's a big 7 yards. Because it's keeping them in this game, and it's keeping them on top.
That's exactly correct. So 3rd down and 3. Now, Eric, if you're the Bills, do you go for it here on 4th down if you don't convert this 3rd down? Which they won't have to worry about is LaShawn McCoy down to the 5-yard line and a Bills first down. He's been extremely busy in this game, in the air and on the ground, Eric. Here's a handoff. McCoy, end zone, pushes his way through, touchdown Bills. The first rushing touchdown of the day for LaShawn McCoy. And they are now the extra point away from making this a 10-point game as Hauschka puts it down, and it's within a 10-point game now again between the Bills and the Texans. Well, this is the first game throughout this tournament, Eric, that we've had a 10-point game.
It is, well, Matthew, to correct you, the 10-point lead, this wasn't the biggest lead that we've had, but a 10-point lead is something that we haven't had yet. We've had big leads going back to the Packer game and the Cardinal game.
That was a good game.
That was a big blowout game, Matthew. Cardinals never got started, and when they did, it was the fourth quarter. They got started a little too late, and by starting too late, they ended up with the loss column and out.
That's exactly correct. So here we go. The last drive was a big drive. Watson balls out again, and that is the second time Watson's ran the football and fumbled the football. He's ran it twice, he's fumbled it twice, and you've got to be thinking, do I run this football again with Deshaun Watson? Lamar Miller down to the 45-yard line and a big first down. So do they get the playoff? They will call a timeout. Houston will call a timeout, and is that worth it, Eric, with 2 seconds left?
I'm still in shock, Matthew, that they called that. And I'm thinking, why would they call that? Maybe the offense, they were not set, they didn't understand the play.
That is... Keep going, Eric.
I'm confused why they did that call, why they called the penalty, why they called that, and what they were thinking, why they called that timeout.
Eric, I just want to let you know that every time you start a new sentence, your volume goes up and down. I don't know if it's my microphone or yours, but every time you're talking, your volume goes up or down, as that's a big first down catch for Houston. As any first down, any play on this drive for the Texans are going to be big, as Watson makes the smart move now and runs out of bounds for a gain of 12. And a first down for the Texans. So the Bills got the ball to start the game. Texans got it to start the half. Watson will run. Now throws, touchdown! Houston back in it. It's Thomas again. Eric, that is huge, as it again pulls them into 3. And it's a 3-point game. Fairbairn remains perfect tonight. And Eric, if you are the Houston Texans, you need to make a stop on defense.
You do, and that's something that they could not have done this past game. They were not able to have a stop on the Bills at all, and except for that one fumble. And they're going to come here, they're going to need to make a play, and they're going to need to make one quickly.
That is exactly correct. So 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Allen on first down. Pressure's being brought. Ball is stripped and out. Houston, touchdown. They lead.
And that's a big twist. Josh Allen, that's something that we haven't seen. It's usually Deshaun Watson. That quarterback's fumbling the football. But this game, that's the second fumble for Buffalo. It was a costly fumble and a costly turnover. Something that Josh Allen was not able to do in this whole game. But the pressure got to him. He fumbled. And right now, the Texans are up for the first time in this game, leading by 4.
And Eric, now, even it stays the same what I said on the last kickoff. The Texans still need to hold Buffalo with their defense. They've got a great defense. J.J. Watt has yet to get to Josh Allen.
And also,
could we see a change?
And also talking about that, neither did to Devion Clowney. He hasn't touched him either yet.
That is down the sidelines. Jones. They lead.
What a fourth quarter. A second lead change. This is going to be Matthew, the way this is turning out, it's going to be a big fourth quarter.
And this game might see a doubt, as it's now.
This game also might go overtime.
So a 3-point game. So it is a within field goal game for Houston, but they need... So, Eric, here we go. Could Deshaun Watson do what he did in the 2019 Wild Card game?
And Matthew, if anybody could do it, Deshaun Watson could do it, and he could pull it off and pull off a big win for the Texan team.
There's Watson, balls out! Recovered by the Houston Texans. Jack Hughes, the one that brought coverage. The one to bring the blitz. Watson again. Watson would have been hit hard if he stayed in bounds. 2nd and 1. So, Eric, now we've really seen Watson use his legs more in the second half. And has that been a good idea if you're the Texans? Because remember, you turn this ball over any which way or you don't score within the next in this drive, the game is over of most likely. And that is it. That will do it no matter what happens. Due to the fact you don't score, there's only, by the time this drive is over, unless they score in the next few plays, it's the 2-minute warning with 30 seconds until that 2-minute warning. Now as the hurry-up offense brings it down to 17 seconds. Watson will throw. Pass is caught. Still going! And touchdown, Houston, they lead!
And that's a good thing if you're Houston, Matthew. That's a big score. Because right now you'll get back your third timeout with that 2-minute warning. And that's going to play a big factor in this game, is the timeouts.
And remember, Eric, this is also, that also gives the Bills, though, if you think about it, a 4th timeout as well, because of the fact they have the football and they can now really wind out this clock if they wanted to.
You're right. It gives both teams a timeout, which both teams might need one.
And it also an advantage if we're getting really technical. Allen throws, pass! Beasley, what a catch! One-handed grab by the former Dallas Cowboy, Cole Beasley.
Somebody needed to make a play. And right there, Cole Beasley did.
That was a huge catch. And now, if you're the Bills, run the football, and that's your 2-minute warning.
That's your timeout for both teams. Giving both of them a timeout. A nice breather. Much needed one, maybe. We'll find out. Coming up.
So, we welcome you back. I'm along with my broadcast partner, Eric. I'm Matthew. And this is a big game. Pass caught. First down. And more. Croft for the 2nd touchdown of the day. For the tight end, Tyler Croft.
You might be Matthew, but I'm ready for a big ending. And I want one right now, and right here. Because it's going to, looks like it's going to come out to a big ending.
It's a fake. He sacked. He tried to make it a 4-point game, and he might have cost the Bills. He may have just cost Buffalo. He was sacked, and now it's a 2-point game. Dives down at the 22-yard line for the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson.
Now, if you're the Bills, that's something that you really cannot do. You didn't want to mess this up. Because if I'm the Houston Texans, I'm going to milk this clock, and I'm going to take the field goal shot and take the win. What about you, Matthew?
I do the same as this pass is caught at the 50-yard line. I believe the ball was out of bounds, so that stops the clock for the Bills, and that again, Eric, that is huge.
It is talking about. It is for both teams being out of bounds. You get to go back. You have the 40 seconds to get downfield. The clock will not run as you go on, and you'll be able to get your breather. But if you're the Bills, that also helps.
There's room to run. Miller down to the 1 yard line. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Thomas. Houston leads. And Eric, that may have been a risky throw. There was the defender right there. So this will make it, if the X2-point conversion is good, it will make it a 6-point game. If not, it's still a 4-point game. So no matter what, Bills need to score a touchdown. It's deflected and no good. Played perfectly by the Bills defense.
What a play, and a must-needed one if you're the Bills. But the Texans, they went for it, but it's still a 4-point game.
So a field goal, Eric, as you mentioned, will do nothing here for the Bills. Josh Allen needs to play like an all-star, not like a rookie.
He does, and you gotta do it, and you gotta get down the field quickly.
Passes dropped by Beasley.
That would have been a big play. Not only it being a first down, but yes, it will stop the clock. No matter, it will not stop the clock if he catches it. He's tackled inbounds, but tackled out of bounds is really gonna help you if you go out of bounds here.
Allen is sacked. Timeout, Buffalo.
A big play by this Houston defense. A must-needed one. A boost of confidence. And they're ready to get through these Bills.
Third down. Pressure picked up. Allen launches. Jones intercepted. Houston's going to win the game. Houston is going to win the game with 30 seconds remaining. Houston will win it. And that is it. That should do it. Maybe not a timeout called by Buffalo. And now that will make Watson maybe run an actual play or get blitzed. And Buffalo hopes for an interception here. And Watson will run out of bounds to the 12-yard line. A touchdown will win the game either way for Houston.
21 seconds left. Do you sit there and try and run out the clock? Or do you go to your big targets and try and steal one here?
Pass is caught. Timeout, Buffalo. So there is their final one. And we will most likely see this game end in a Texan win. Pass. Touchdown. Houston takes the win.